Today, we're tackling something that can be a real headache, calculations,
hmm
specifically with this tool called CalcsLive.
Exactly. If you've ever found yourself just frustrated, juggling different units, or trying to keep track of complex
Oh,
formulas.
absolutely.
Well, this tool, CalcsLive, seems aimed at streamlining that whole process. We've been looking into how it simplifies these common issues.
Okay, so the core problem we're really digging into today is that, well, that messy situation, where you're adding lengths in meters, then centimeters, then feet, then inches.
Right.
Doing all that conversion manually takes time, and honestly, it's easy to mess up.
Very easy.
So our mission here is to see how CalcsLive tackles this. It uses automated unit conversion and symbolic expressions. We want to understand how that makes things easier.
And we've got a practical example to walk through. Based on the materials, we looked at an article and a screenshot showing the steps.
Perfect. So lay out the example for us.
Okay, so the example starts pretty simply. You need to add four different lengths. You've got by 1 equals 1 meter,
Okay.
by 2 equals 200 centimeters, by 3 equals 9.843 feet,
Great. Right.
and by 4 equals 157.48 inches. The goal is just to find the total length, x. So x equals by 1 plus by 2 plus by 3 plus by 4.
Got it. Mixed units, classic problem. So first step in CalcsLive.
Super straightforward, actually. You just copy each of those lines.
The definitions by 1 equals 1 meter, etc.
Yeah, exactly. Copy those and paste them straight into the CalcsLive interface.
And what happens then? Does it just sit there?
No, that's the interesting part. As soon as you paste them, CalcsLive recognizes the units,
Oh.
and it pops up a little drop-down menu next to each number, showing the unit it detected meters for by 1, centimeters for by 2, feet, inches.
Okay, so it knows what you've put in. Then what about the actual sum, the x by 1 plus by 2?
Right, so you paste that expression in next. X by 1 plus by 2 plus by 3 plus by 4. And CalcsLive calculates the result immediately.
Immediately, no calculate button.
Nope. The screenshot we saw showed the result popping up straight away as x equals 10,000 meters.
10 meters. So it did the conversion and the addition all automatically.
Exactly. No manual conversion needed at all.
And those drop downs you mentioned, are they just informational?
No, they're functional. That's another neat part. You can click on any of those drop downs for the inputs or the total and select a different unit.
So I could change that 1 meter to, say, feet.
You could. Or the example shows changing all the lengths to centimeters. You click the drop down for by 1, choose cm, and it instantly shows 100 centimeters. Do that for by 3 and by 4 too.
And the values just update on the fly.
Right. And crucially, the total sum, x, also recalculates and updates to show the result in centimeters. It really cuts down the chance of making a mistake during conversion.
Yeah, I can see that. That constant back and forth conversion is where errors creep in.
Think about like engineering projects or scientific work where you're getting data from different sources, different systems. This could save a lot of time.
And the example didn't stop there, did it? It showed changing the totals unit too.
That's right. After getting the total in centimeters, the example showed clicking the drop down next to the total x and switching it to feet.
And boom, instant recalculation.
Instant recalculation. The value for x immediately displayed in feet. It's like a real-time unit translator built into your calculator.
Okay, that covers pasting existing stuff. What about adding something new manually?
Good question. The sources showed that too. You can add a new variable directly in the interface. Let's say you add by 5 equals 0.5 meters using a button.
So type it in, okay.
Then you just modify your main expression. You change it to x by 1 plus by 2 plus by 3 plus by 4 plus by 5.
And it updates again.
Automatically. The total sum x updates to include that new half meter with the correct unit handling and all.
So wrapping this part up, the real takeaways seem to be, it makes calculations way simpler, handles all that unit stuff automatically, and lets you work with these symbolic names like by 1, by 2.
Precisely. Simplified calculations, automatic unit conversion, and symbolic math, all integrated.
It definitely makes you think, doesn't it? For you listening, how often do you get, bogged down by converting units in your own work or projects?
Yeah, could a tool like this take that off your plate? Let you focus more on the actual problem, the bigger picture, rather than the nitty-gritty of converting inches to meters?
Well, if this sounds interesting or maybe even useful for you, the place to check it out is www.calcs.live. Give it a try yourself.
Yeah, see how it handles the kind of calculations you do. See if that automatic conversion feels like, well, magic, as they say.
And maybe just reflect on how tools like this are changing things, automating these fundamental, sometimes tedious steps.
It can really change how we approach problems, maybe even help us spot things we'd miss when we're just buried in manual conversions. What new insights could you find if that friction was just gone?